Hey everybody, coming to you today with a book review. This is a series of books that I'm reviewing dealing with the all-millennial perspective in eschatology or the end times. And this one is by Sam Storms and it's titled Kingdom Come. Now I've reviewed several other ones, but I think this is probably one of the better ones. As you see, Kingdom Come, Sam Storms on the back, and it's published by Christian Focus Publishers and Mentor. One of the things that I found was I found a hard time actually getting a hold of the publishers on this one. So I actually got this one from the Westminster bookstore online. So I'll have a link provided in the description of where you can buy it from that store. And let's talk about it just a second. First of all, I will note that it is Smith's Own. It does have glue as well, but you can see the signatures there as well. I always want to point that out. Glued binding books usually come apart pretty easily. So here's just, I want to give you a quick look at some of the people that have got comments here on the back. Here's Bill, Kevin DeYoung, and several others. Just real quick, you can pause the video if you want to and read. And here is your ISBN number as well if you want to pause that video. You can check out his website. He has a really good website, samstorms.com. And first of all, the book, I always want to show the contents. So here's the hermeneutics of eschatology, 5 foundational principles of the interpretation of prophecy, defining dispensationalism, the 70 weeks of Daniel 9, Daniel's contribution to biblical eschatology, problems with premillennialism, who are the people of God, eschatology of Jesus, 1 and 2, the books of Acts and the promise of Israel's restoration, Romans 11. These are all very important chapters and places to be studying in on your eschatology. The kingdom of God, not yet and now and not yet. I say things backwards. The postmillennial view of the kingdom of God, book of Revelation and biblical eschatology, amillennialism, amillennialism, Revelation 20 and the binding of Satan, amillennialism, Revelation 20 and the first resurrection, the Antichrist. It's talking about Revelations 13, 2 Thessalonians, and then the conclusion. So, first of all, it was a great book, great read. It's a little heavy at times. It's one of those things where you kind of have to be somewhat versed in some Bible study. It's not a beginner's book, let's put it that way. He does have his footnotes here. There's one from John Calvin. But for the most part, it's kind of a mix. It's an in-between. You know, do I need to have a theology degree to understand it? No, probably not. But it helps to know certain things. Well, let's talk about some of these chapters again real quick. Dispensationalism. That's what probably the majority of people where I'm from deal with. The 5 foundational principles of interpretation. 70 weeks is a big one. Like I say, the first part of this is kind of almost refuting dispensationalism. Then you get into, the difference between the church and Israel. Dispensationalists believe that they're 2 different entities. Most Reformed people believe, of course, that Israel is the church and the church is Israel. It's all the people of God is Israel. And so you have the eschatology of Jesus. Romans 11 is a big one. So a lot of this, for the most part, is refuting dispensationalism. Then you get into what actually the amillennial position is. So the first half, more or less, refuting dispensationalism. The second half, what amillennialism actually is. So just wanted to give a quick look at that. I will say that another good resource would be Kim Riddlebarger's lectures on Amil, as well as he has a book called Amillennialism 101, which is a condensed version basically of his lectures. But them two, this one and that book, I would highly recommend. So hopefully this has been beneficial. And I'll have a link where you can purchase this if you'd like. And we will see you next time. Thanks.